There are some things in Minecraft that just don't make any sense, but make the game better nonetheless. Infinite water being one of them, and the ability to fly forever being another. Link to that video can be found on the top right of the screen. But what about exploring the unexplored depths of the ocean? What tips and tricks might there be for that? Well, more than you might think, so let's check them out. So this might be one of the sillier topics that I've gotten into, but Minecraft can be a pretty silly game, so let's just launch into some neat tips and tricks that you can use for underwater exploration. So number one is enchantments and potions. If you're going to be doing any long-term building and exploration underwater, it's going to become frustrating if you aren't able to work as fast as possible. You're going to want to grab yourself an Aqua Affinity and Respiration 3 helmet. Aqua Affinity allows you to mine fast, and Respiration 3 for improved breathing time by 45 seconds, and it also improves underwater vision. Next up is Depth Strider 3 boots, which allow you to run as fast underwater as you can on the ground, whether you are in swimming mode or walking on the surface of the ocean floor. And as far as potions go, these ones are mostly optional, but do help a fair bit if you have them. Speed 2, Night Vision 2, and Underwater Breathing potions are the ones that help a lot. But you really don't need underwater breathing due to trick number 2, which is the empty bucket trick. If you are underwater and use an empty bucket, it will remove the block of water just around your head, making it a block of air just long enough to allow your breathing cycles to reset. Then all you have to do is just place the water on the ocean floor, rinse, and repeat, quite literally. Number 3 and 4 are more or less building tricks, but I wanted to share them nonetheless. Since every block of water in Minecraft that is placed naturally by the world is considered an infinite source block, when building a house underwater, you're going to need to build some kind of lip within it before you start draining the water. Even with sponge, if there's room on the edges for infinite water sources to pour in, they will fill the area in that you're working with, as seen here. But if you add a lip, as seen here, then the water won't refill. Number 4 is a super infinite spring of water, really useful if you're looking to make a deep pool for fishing or something like that. This is more of a silly tip, but it piggybacks off of the idea of an infinite water spring in general. If you're building a giant pool of some sort, you can easily fill it in without having to manually fill in every block. Just by filling in 2 intersecting edges, the whole pool will fill itself in, as infinite water sources will form exponentially. Just make sure there's a solid block layer below the water before doing this, then just break the solid block layer once you're all set, and you're good to go, and your pool will fill in naturally. Alright, last tip. Take full advantage of sponge. It's infinitely reusable by cooking wet sponges in a furnace to dry them out, and it makes tip number 3 a lot easier to deal with. If you're building an underwater house, just keep the entire thing flooded until you are 100% ready to drain the water out of it. Any water caught by the sponge on the outside of the house is just going to fill in anyways. Also, right before a sponge finishes cooking in a furnace, you can put a bucket into the fuel slot, and water from the sponge will pour into it. Neat, but you really won't need it when you're living in a pineapple under the sea. Wait, that joke was really morbid, wasn't it? I mean, sponge, furnace, pineapple under the sea, never mind. So anyways, that about wraps up this silly little list. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by leaving a like on the video. It really does help out myself, the channel, and the video quite a lot. But anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.